Okay, so I have the block itself. I sold the heads, the original intake and all that stuff is gone. I only have the brackets left. I bought this manifold here, and you guys saw when that happened. And I also picked up this set of long tube headers.
What's going on, everybody? I hope you guys are having a great weekend. A couple of updates for you guys. Number one is I ended up selling the 351 block along with all of the stuff that I had gathered up to swap that block into this notchback here. So that swap turned out to be a little bit of a pipe dream, because at the moment that I gathered that stuff, I didn't know that my brother's car was gonna get wrecked the way that it did. Okay, so swapping everything from my brother's car onto this notchback here became plan A, B, and C now. That's what I will be doing. Alright, so some dude in a Lightning came and picked up the block. He took the intake, the headers, all of the stuff that I had, and it seems like he has the money to actually build the thing the way that I wanted to build it, right? So, you know, now that that's gone, a lot of stuff is running through my mind, a little bit of regret, but then it's the kind of regret that you feel, say, when you go to a restaurant and you leave half of your plate because you're full, and later on that day you're hungry, so you're thinking back on that plate. That's the best way to describe it. I know that project was probably beyond my means, because, you know, stuffing 11, 15 grand into a car like this, you know, might not be the best financial decision you can make, but I'm gonna leave that up to you guys. Anyway, so another thing that's in my mind is my brother's car. Okay, does that thing even still run? So I'm gonna actually try to start it up to see if it chops one last time, all right, before we pull the engine out of that thing. So I'm gonna get the battery off the T-top. We're gonna see if we can get it started.
Okay, I got the battery installed now, and we're about to find out if the car will still run. So looking at this engine bay brings back a ton of memories to me. It makes me feel a little bit nostalgic, to be honest. Anyway, I think that's how you know if you're really a true car guy, when it becomes more than sheet metal, nuts and bolts. Your feelings start to get somehow impregnated into the car. Okay, so now that we got the battery connected, I'm gonna go and try to crank it. My bet is it will not start because of the accident, and if it doesn't, I'm gonna show you exactly what to do to get it to run again. Okay, here we go, guys. I don't hear the fuel pump, so I don't think it's gonna start. I called it, right? So let me show you guys something. On a Fox body, if you've been in an accident, or even if you hit a dip in the road hard enough and your vehicle won't start afterwards, most likely you've triggered the inertia switch. So on this particular car, it's located on the driver's side behind this panel here. So you see the tail light is here, you open the hatch or the trunk, and then you remove this panel here, and you'll see a switch right there, and it's like a red button. So what you're gonna do is press that button, and that's how you reset the power to your fuel pump, and now the car should start afterwards. hear the fuel pump now. Okay guys, we've established that the car in fact still runs, and as you can see there, it does have oil pressure. That switch only works sometimes. A lot of my viewers were asking me when we put the engine together if the car had oil pressure or why it was that gauge not even marking anything, but as you can see there, it turns on from time to time. So the engine was in fact okay. As sad as this may seem, this might be the last time the Roach turns on. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off, and this might well be the very last time I turn this car off. Go to sleep, baby. I can't promise that I'm ever gonna turn you on again, but if I do, it'll be as something completely different.